My name is Liz Pandungo. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for Nairobi Coffee Exchange. Nairobi Coffee Exchange is a central coffee auction for Kenyan coffee. We control about 85% of the coffee produced in Kenya as a marketing channel. The coffee reforms were as a result of the change in the regulatory framework. We had the commencement of the implementation of the Crops Coffee General Regulations 2019 and the Capital Markets Coffee Exchange Regulations 2020. This meant that there are some functionalities in terms of processes along the value chain that were changed, and also some players along the value chain became obsolete, and we had an introduction of new players. For example, at the Nairobi Coffee Exchange, one of the major changes that happened is instead of marketing agents, we had the coffee brokers licensed by the Capital Markets Authority offering coffee on behalf of growers as a growers representative. And we also had the introduction of the direct settlement system, which is a payment platform provided by a licensed commercial bank to a coffee exchange for purposes of settlement of growers' obligations and net sales proceeds from coffee to the growers. We also saw a distinction in terms of the licensing authorities, where we had the capital markets now licensing the brokers and the coffee exchanges. We have now the Coffee Directorate licensing the coffee brokers, coffee warehousemen. We have the county governments licensing the coffee millers and the growers. That is one of the distinctive changes that has happened in the industry. I could say that it was a challenge at the beginning because we were learning through the process. And at the exchange, we've been stretched in leaps and bounds so that we can accommodate these changes. And I can say that over time, maybe for the past 1 year, we've become quite enlightened and also aware of our roles and the expectation of the regulations towards a coffee exchange. We've been supported greatly by the stakeholders and the regulating bodies as well as the national government to be able to perform this function. One of the things that we've seen distinctly is previously we had zero to no contact with the growers, but now because we are settling them, we found ourselves in a situation where besides serving the coffee brokers and the coffee buyers who are our primary customers, we found ourselves in situations where we are also serving the coffee growers directly because they would have queries here and there, and for those queries where the exchange is responsible, we address them. That said, we also took time to go to the ground in the coffee season 2023-2024 to go and enlighten the growers about the direct settlement system, the operations of the Nairobi Coffee Exchange, and what they should expect from us. And that was the first of many, which we believe will come in the future as the exchange strives to be the best marketplace for Kenyan coffee. Actually, streaming our auctions live on YouTube was a decision that came from so many inquiries that we had from growers about access to the trading platform, and we were looking for a solution that's easy and affordable because streaming live is free as long as you have an internet bundle. And it has a wide reach, and that was our intention as we continue to create transparency in the trading process. We've also seen that sharing our trading live on YouTube has created or has breached the information asymmetry gap, because some people would think to themselves, my coffee is sold in Nairobi in a certain place by a group of people, but now they understand it's a price discovery mechanism process through an automated bidding process, and they are able to follow, especially when they are aware that their coffee is in the catalog. Then you'll find that they are very keen to follow how the market performed. We also have a lot of dissemination of our auction reports after sale through our website, through WhatsApp platforms, because you'll find that the reach now to the stakeholders who are receiving these reports has widened, which has also again breached the information asymmetry gap. The dynamics of prices, it's not about the Nairobi Coffee Exchange. There are various aspects that are considered in terms of price when it comes to price determination. And one of the things that growers should understand is there is always the forces of demand and supply, there is the forex changes, there is the international prices, and also the stocks available globally. Those are the factors that affect the price at a particular point in time. The other thing that determines prices is the quality. For example, you will find that at a particular point in the year, the quality coming to the auction is better than at a certain other point in time, and it's because of our production patterns. So when you are aware about the national production patterns, the international dynamics of the international price changes, demand and supply locally, available stocks globally, all those issues, and the forex changes, then it helps you to understand why there is sometimes a rise and fall, and you could even follow the price trend by following the averages from our website and also from other global websites. The direct settlement system, I could say that this is one of the best experiences that the exchange has had because it has widened our scope in terms of service delivery, and it has also given us a very good understanding of how value is transferred downstream to the producer. So I could say that we are very privileged to be the ones appointed by law to oversight the direct settlement system. And it's going to be a tool that will greatly help the industry to follow the value distribution over time and also inform decision making both in the local maybe the local production at the local production level and in national government. One of the biggest challenges has been handling the transition to the new regulatory framework because it involved multiple stakeholders, and we're talking about exchange of value. So that means where money is involved, there is a lot of interest. And the acceptance by the industry about the new processes, the challenges in terms of every party understanding what it is that they're supposed to be doing in the new regulatory framework, that came with its fair share of challenges. Sometimes there was delayed responses in terms of problem solving and all that, but nonetheless I can say that we have received massive support from stakeholders in that regard and also from the government as the exchange while we played our part in terms of the transition to the new regulatory framework. I can't forget to give gratitude to the capital markets as our regulator. They have held our hand and guided us towards ensuring that our functions internally and externally are serving the purpose for which a coffee exchange should be established. I'll also give gratitude to the national government, the presidency, because they have given the Nairobi Coffee Exchange the attention that it deserves in this period of transition, therefore supporting the industry towards implementation of the new regulatory framework. I could also thank one of our key partners in information dissemination, Kilimo News. They have been very consistent in sharing our reports with the stakeholders, as well as when questions are raised and they are able to consult with us and also disseminate the same information to the stakeholders. They've done that through their wide reach. So we thank them for that. I'm a firm believer that the gender disparity gap has been there for a long time, where some roles were reserved for men. But now, when it comes to leadership, I think women are more sensitive, more aware, and they should trust themselves that they are able to lead. And I think when opportunities like this are given to women, there is always evidence that what a man can do, a woman can do better. So I would encourage that women should be more outgoing and seeking of leadership opportunities. And we have a very good community, even in coffee, for women in the coffee industry, where we support each other in terms of information, awareness about what's going on in the coffee industry. Therefore, that community also, it gives warmth to the women who are now in the industry and are holding positions that are for leadership and guiding the industry in certain aspects. So I believe that what a man can do, a woman can do better. Interestingly, because I'm a youth, I've faced those two aspects where somebody would say, she's so young, but when it comes to understanding issues, it takes time, persistence in terms of making sure that you actually know what's going on in the sector. You are aware of the regulations and have internalized them. And some of those things are neither gendered, it's nothing to do with gender or age. Therefore, and also there is that I can say intricate wisdom given from God, because it takes a lot of fortitude to be able to prove yourself and to also be a leader even to people who are well advanced in the coffee sector and give an opinion, shape opinions and all that. So I can say I face that prejudice, but I have the fortitude to count myself as worthy and enough in terms of providing leadership to the exchange, which is a very sensitive uh, player in the coffee sector. We want to be excellent in terms of service delivery, which is going to take a lot of effort because we need to understand our stakeholders now that our stakeholders bracket has expanded. And we want to ensure that we understand and can anticipate their needs. Therefore, the future plans of the exchange, we want to create systems where we're able to communicate effectively with our stakeholders and we are able to provide excellent service. I appreciate a lot the effort that comes from our coffee producers. They are the backbone of the coffee sector. It's because of them that we do what we do. They are our primary customer. They are the people whom we provide this trading platform for. Therefore, I would want to encourage them to be very resilient, to also take charge of their production processes, be very aware of the climate change aspect, and also for the older generation, give room for the youth to also participate in production so that there can be a rejuvenation.